Hi guys, it's Becky from Little Life Workshop here today. Today I'm doing a personal commission for a client who wants a portrait done of an elephant family. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of my process. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about doing personal projects for clients, how to capture the zeitgeist of what they want, and how to turn that into a really beautiful illustration. So the first thing I did with this client was we emailed back and forth talking about time frames, talking about what kind of illustration she wanted, whether it be digital or watercolor, and she really liked watercolor. I gave her a few examples of my work, so it was for the beginning of it, it was back and forth via email. After that we decided we would work with each other, and we had a Skype phone call because she's in another country, and talked a lot about her characters, and she wants this elephant family illustrated for her and her family. And we talked a lot about the characters and what each of their personalities are. And so the first thing I did after that phone call was, or Skype call I should say, was to do a sketch, and a rough sketch for her, and send it to her. And she said, this is great, but maybe you could add this or change this. And we decided that the elephants would have, they wouldn't have human hands, they would have elephant hands, like little tiny details like that. The sketch was tweaked and tweaked again and again. And we decided to add more details, and I had this idea of the scene that was happening with all characters involved to make this family portrait. And so we worked together to create that sketch. So this is the final sketch that's been approved by the client. It's just done on photocopy paper. It's nothing special, but I file these away. I keep these forever. So this is the original. And I've created a scene here where it's more or less circular because it's going to get matted and framed. We then decided on a size for the final commission and how it was going to be presented, etc, etc. It's not going to be in a frame because this family lives overseas, so I don't want glass travelling. And we've decided on a size which is going to be 8 inches by 8 inches. Now when I drew this is actually a little bit too big, so what I did is I brought it into Photoshop. I made an 8 inch by 8 inch. This is where it's going to get matted around the edge. And I don't want the illustration to go to the edge. I want it to be about 7 inches wide. So I put a circle in the center, shrunk down my illustration so that, and then printed it off again and increased the contrast. Scanning your work into Photoshop is also a great way to keep the original drawing safe. What I'm going to do is trace the printout I've done onto watercolor paper and paint it and draw it. But if anything happens, like, I don't know, I do a huge big fat line through the watercolor paper, I've still got the original and I've still got the files on my computer, so I'm not drawing over anything. I'm not going to, no mistakes are going to be too bad unless my entire house burns down. So I've got my little drawing here and it's cut to size now, so I'm about to put this on a light box, or if you don't have a light box, just put it up to the window and use the light shining through to trace the image. At night, and it's looking alright. I might have to get some gouache, and because this went a little bit muddy here and I want it to be kind of bright. Hi guys, it's been a couple days and I've been thinking about the painting that I finished for my client, and I slept on it, and over the weekend I thought about it some more and I came to the conclusion that I don't like what I've done. The paper just wasn't good enough for the illustration I wanted to do, and I'll show you that in a second. So I'm going to redo it. I really was not happy with how the watercolour paper handled the colour. Whenever I tried to mix colours, and this is something that watercolour paper is designed to do. I was just trying to mix this blue so that it matched that yellow, and you can see it's gone all brown. It's gone muddy. It just didn't like me pushing around colour. There's a big streak of blue up there. Let's see. Right here there's a big streak of blue where it just wouldn't let me blend. And the textures can be nice, but this texture has just made the elephants look dowdy. I hated it. I've been thinking about it, and I haven't even told my client yet, but I can't give this to them. So I'm going to redo this illustration. I've gone out and I've bought some new watercolour paper, and we're going to do this again. I'm still sitting on the ground, pins and needles. I haven't eaten, I'm sweating because it's so hot here, but I've finished my piece, so I'm very happy. See how muddy this is? By going real close. Compared to how clean and clear that is. So the back's all sealed up. And there we have it. I hope you liked the video, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me drawing next time, and maybe I'll do a plant tour, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!